The Nakai Plateau has been a hive of activity since last March, which saw the beginning of the resettlement of the local villages. By July 2006, 10 villages had already been relocated. Such a large operation has never before been seen in the Lao PDR and has involved hundreds of people, vehicles and thousands of tons of equipment. The southernmost villages of the Nakai Plateau are Ban Don and Ban Kon Ken, which can only be reached by following a labyrinth of narrow paths through the bush.
ใช้เวลาปกติเดินทางกับประมาณบ่ฮอดชั่วโมงในหน้าแล้งแต่ว่าหน้าฝนนี่ประมาณ2 ชั่วโมงครึ่ง
The villages and their neighbors have to be moved before the paths disappear under the water, as happens every year with the monsoon rains. From now and during the next few weeks, many of the villages in the valley will be reachable only by boat.
น้ำท่วมตลอดบ้านเก่านะบ้านเก่าน้ำท่วมแต่ละปี
The 1,200 families of the Nakai Plateau, who have been waiting patiently for a better life for many years, will finally be rewarded for their patience, and it's due to the development brought by the Nam Theun 2 project. By the end of July 2006, more than 600 families had already been moved to temporary transit houses on the new land they chose on the rim of the future reservoir, just a few kilometers away from their original village on the Nakai Plateau. Located right on the border with Vietnam, the Nakai Plateau was heavily bombed during the 60s and 70s. Altogether, more than 3,500 hectares have been cleared of UXO. This includes all the residential and agricultural land. So, now the move can be made. Now that the resettlement teams have made sure that all the UXO clearance has been carried out, the all-season roads have been constructed, and water and sanitation are available in the new areas. From the first day, each family has its own land, where they will build a temporary house with traditional elements and modern waterproof materials provided by NTPC. The adults, part of this first batch of resettled villagers, also participate in the clearing of their new agricultural plots and the construction of toilets, wells, schools and other communal facilities. The aim is for a smooth transition from the old village to the new, with the early involvement of the villagers in their new environment, fostering a better development of their sense of ownership. During this transitional period, which is to last a few months until the entire infrastructure is completed, NTPC provides construction materials and distributes basic household kits. These include water containers, washing gear, and impregnated mosquito nets. The children, now on holiday from school, will start the term with new uniforms. In each of the villages, an office has been established from where NTPC and local government staff closely monitor and support all these processes, making sure that everything continues to go smoothly and in an organized fashion. From these offices, district health officials are supervising all the families in transition for any signs of existing illnesses requiring treatment. Another concern of NTPC and the government of the Lao PDR is to make sure that the temporary situation doesn't disrupt the food supply or the family income of the resettled villagers. In order to achieve this, the wet season rice cropping has been carefully prepared. And to avoid any deficiencies in the villagers' diet, rice and protein regimes have been introduced, with the distribution of a mix of fresh and dried meat, eggs and vegetables, as advised by the NTPC health team and based on nutritional considerations. While on the subject of food, vendors have already appeared with the idea of selling food in the newly relocated villages. This is a completely new economic activity undertaken by women to support their families. Traditionally, rice, supplemented by vegetables from the family plots or from the wild, is the main staple for the people of the Nakai Plateau who practice slash-and-burn agriculture. However, most of the families suffer chronic shortages due to the inefficient farming system. Most of the protein comes from fish or small animals, frogs, insects, eggs, larvae, etc. Chickens and pigs are for special occasions and only sold if really necessary. For the people in this area, their only means of gaining cash income used to be by selling some cattle or products gathered in the forest. But, despite having one of the lowest population densities in the whole of Southeast Asia, the valley was widely degraded. The lack of planning and control, together with the fast population growth, was leading to an unsustainable situation. The surrounding highly valuable and vulnerable forest was at risk, while the life of the villagers was getting harder. The villagers lived on less than $2 per day per family and had no access to virtually any community facilities or services.
ยุ่งแหละไปหาอยู่หากินเลยลูกที่หมู่พันชันทำไข่กินชื่อเผ็ดชื่อเกลือกินไปมื้อหนึ่งนี่คุ้งมากอ่ะ10,000ไปหาเก็บที่ชี้จิกบุญพันชันนั่นแหละเห็นไปนอนหอด4-5 คืนได้เช้า30เห็นไปนอนหอด4-5 คืนน่ะเห็นว่าไปข้าวมื้อหนึ่งละมาแหละคุ้งมากอ่ะ5,000-6,000
By 2008, the entire population of 6,200 people will have been relocated to traditionally designed villages with electricity, water, schools, clinics and other community facilities similar to those of Ban Nong Bua, a pilot village established by the project in 2002.
อยู่บ้านเก่าก็มีความยุ่งยากอันแล้วหลังจากมาอยู่บ้านใหม่แล้วเพิ่นก็ได้ตั้งโรงเรียนไว้ก่อนเลยมากอะฮอดตอนเรียนก็ได้เรียนเลยหั่นนะถือว่าสะดวกกว่าเก่าอยู่สะดวกสบายได้ก็มอจิตใจเฮาแน่
เพราะว่าโครงการที่2ก็เบิ่งแยงดูแลเฮาเป็นพ่อแม่ประชาชนนี่ก็ดีอกดีใจนะรู้สึกว่าตื่นตัวไปตามโครงการจัดสรรดีอกดีใจปัจจุบันนี้นะ
โอ้ยอยู่บ้านเก่าคนก็บ่หลายเนาะอยู่บ้านนอกคอกหน้าอยู่เมืองอยู่หน้าบ่เห็นนะ
เฮ็ดโดยธรรมชาติเห็นว่าไปว่ามาอันนี้แหละมันมาเฮานี่แหละมันว่าเดี๋ยวนี้ทางโครงการนำพาเฮ็ดด้วยเทคนิควิทยาศาสตร์วิทยาการใส่โดยมันว่าอันนั้นโดยวิทยาศาสตร์ว่าซั่นซะแนวใดก็เฮือนนี่ใน3ปีจังได๋ซำนี้อาจจะกว่าอีก
โอ้ย3จังแต่สุดอายุก็ยังบ่ได้ชัวร์
3ปีเขาเกียมอันนี้น่ะเฮือนบ่แม่นระดับนี้อีกเห็นบ่ไปบ่มาแล้วตายปะละ
As a first step, NTPC and the government of the Lao PDR are concentrating on food security through improvement of rice yields and with a progressive development of income-generating activity. Irrigated and rain-fed agriculture and animal husbandry are receiving special care and attention from the government and the NTPC resettlement support teams. This means that the development of such activities takes into account soil quality issues and space availability in relation to the development of animal husbandry. After resettlement, each village will have an irrigation system, and the villagers will be fully supported in their choice of a range of livelihood options, which include agriculture, animal husbandry, commercial forestry, reservoir fisheries, and off-farm activities. Already, the Village Forestry Association is producing furniture for the needs of the project and for community buildings such as schools, and the production of door and window frames for resettlement housing has commenced.
ภาครัฐเพิ่นเอามาดึงให้ความสะดวกแล้วก็ดีแฮงดีใจแหละซ้ำตายเกิดไม่แล้วเขาก็ได้แท้ดีใจเอ้าเฮือนอยู่ก็มี
The reaction of the villagers has been most encouraging. They show how pleased they are.
เพิ่นคือว่าจะได้ตกคันใดพุ่นดีใจเนาะ
And take great enjoyment in their improved situation from the first moment of their arrival. The women's new economic initiative has been successful. They have sold all their food, demonstrating the adaptability and the resourcefulness of the people of the Nakai Plateau. Tomorrow, they will try again. Many difficulties have already been overcome, and challenges remain ahead. But, step by step, a new life is taking shape in the Nakai Plateau.